Good morning. Welcome to a way too early production of Highway to the Zemus Zone 6. I'm Night Dew. With me here is Scythe Marshall, and we're just kind of waking up here. But we've got Game 3 from JohnBirckhead and Matik here. How are we doing this morning, Scythe?
I'm pretty good, Night Dew. Also in the booth with us are Fiery Blizzard, also waking up, and Dave, somehow awake right now. However, I'm sure some of us are not just waking up. Shout outs to everyone in other time zones. So, Game 3, programming note. The other match going on right now, Kyros versus McBain, also Game 3. We will not be spoiling that, but you can go check it out via the Khadgar link on the Discord. So, if you are interested in what was going on, the winners of these two races will face each other in the next round, in the semifinals. All right. So, what do we have here?
If only we had screen capability.
Yeah, we're
anyway,
not quite the NFL production level.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, first off, the mod here, we do have our Airnear Keep, which is basically everything we've been going with so far, as well as Be No Free. Now they've been running this for the full 3-match set here, and they've got very early Magma Keys the first two times. I have watched these. They've been very interesting and close races here. So we're hoping for a rude, like, DKC into, some rude wyvern or something on the hook route this time around. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't think you can get wyvern on the hook route, or DKC for that matter. Be No Free is not right. Be Unsafe, which is something that, like, I don't know, I've confused it a whole bunch. All Be No Free does is remove the boss, or remove some of the free bosses from the pools, as well as modify his scripting. So DKC will just wave you until you die or he dies. Dark Imps are obnoxious, Baron Guard's obnoxious, and so on. However, it means that DKC is now a dangerous boss, and so he will not be on the hook route if we have to go there. If we have to go there to get underground, could just be there anyway. That'd be funny.
Yeah. See, I'm totally not awake. I'm thinking unsafe and like no free. I'm like, oh
that
yeah,
is okay. Fiery brings up the legendary Kevin Harlan. I definitely watched a really fun video of his reliving some of his past calls, so it was good inspiration for this morning. All right, so maybe just make a little note about the objectives today. So Forge is always there. We've got Cave Magnus, the super cannon, so we'll need the tower key. Returning the pan to Sheila, Yang's wife. So we need, obviously, the pan. Got a couple darkness-locked objectives, the Murasame altar and the giant. And then we have Liberate Baron Castle, so need the Baron Key, and then we'll Cure the Fever with the Sand Ruby. We'll see which of these objectives happen. Cave Magnus would be fun. We get music, but need to find the Twin Harp. Looks like we're off. Here we go.
It's a pretty interesting spread of objectives, just given how many key items you're going to need here. Darkness has 2, but Rosa meeting Iridia today, and okay.
I don't hate this. Tiara start with Rydia hero. Rydia's stuck on your team. You're going to use her. Hopefully we find Leviathan or Bahamut soon. That Tiara is going to really pump up her wisdom so that she's a little bit more on par with Hallam. Rosa partner, she's going to stay on the team the whole seed. White mage, good mage.
Yeah, one of the things here from past CZ here that Bahamut can now actually appear out of Dwarf Castle. So with your Iridia here, you might want to prioritize that a little bit if you get a fast underground. And yeah, we immediately have divergence in looting here. One to Damsian, one to something I haven't seen in some while here. Wow, headband and rune ring though. I can't argue with the results there.
Yeah. But Matik just pulled a heroin robe. Damsian, wow.
And cabins, like that's 3 cabins in the Damsian basement. Who rolled this, Elvin?
Yeah, potentially. I don't hate the misplay just because it's that extra little like you get a little bit more because this is like an out of the way location. We'll see if John goes to Damsian. Damsian's been a pretty good loot spot simply because of the sort of quantities that you can find. It seems to be going to Watery Pass first.
Yep. Interesting thing, John did pick up a black sword out of the Mist Weapon shop there, hedging bets against a possible early Dark Knight Cecil appearing in his party, perhaps.
Yeah, black sword, pretty good. Oh, and of course, gets one for free. That's okay. Waterfall Cave looked like Ruby. I think it was Rubicon because elements would have had multiple sprites.
Yes.
And then John's not going to do... turns out high-fiving on the way out with Matik. So we'll see what happens next. Looks like John's going to Damsian. Okay, so retracing steps a little bit.
Yeah, with both having that heroin robe in their pocket, I could see a little bit of extended looting, try and get a, best kind of bow we can in Rose's hands. Alternatively, if, they find a flame or a dragon whip, you might just want to hand that off to Rydia instead.
Yeah, we'll see. Mute Dagger Heroin is probably not what you want. Thunderclaw in the front of Watery Pass for Matik. So that will be important later. Not currently important, but we'll see. Also, as a note, we do have Elven Sorrow in chat. You just saw a couple of cabins. That's the best we got for you. Sorry. I like the backup tiara, so both Rosa and Rydia can wear it. Early moon play for dragons, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, maybe not with this team here, but would be surprised. Only a short bow and ice arrows to start with. Only short bows for both of them. Oh no.
Suboptimal. I would be shocked if... Ooh, John's keeping the bow on. I guess would rather that than Mute Dagger, say.
I mean, I'm not really sure either one's really going to do too much at level 1 here, even with that heroin robe. But...
Matik with a very good purchase, though. Double Power Staff.
Oh, well, yeah, that's interesting. That looked like Palom, I believe, in the dead.
It was one of the twins. I didn't see which side the ponytail was on.
I believe it was pointing to the right.
All right, that's Palom then.
Oh,
there's that DKC.
Shouldn't have any problem with this here. Those ice arrows actually going to pay off a little bit here, given what we have. Got the black swords ready to go already. Even a pack of Thor Rages ready to deal with. Oh, yeah, the ice arrows making very short work of this turtle here.
All right, front of Hobbs, we have Ashura from Matik. John went up the backside of Hobbs, will not be getting that summon unless he goes back for it.
It's going to go to the back of Hobbs, yes.
You make the cool shot play, and then the game just gives you the free thing that you bought. All right.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, the power staff, heroin robe. Okay, yeah, I get that. Part of that is, aside from that, I'd really want to potentially look for other bow options here. Those short bows just are short bows.
It's not good. You would much rather, it doesn't impact Rosa too much if you have good arrows because aim sort of takes care of the accuracy thing, but Rydia would need something that it's not that. Matik going into his Kainatsu fight. We'll see how this goes. Power Stabs should be fine. And also found that black sword. Yeah, okay. So basically the same fight. Where is John going? Looks like Antlion Cave.
I think that's the well. Wait, the first Poison Axe was on the back of Hobbs, so that does equalize out the Poison Axes at least there. Is a
Yeah,
little bit
another
better than-
sort of thing we'll care about later.
Mhm. Is the Blitz Whip better than Shortbow Poison Arrow?
Yes, probably. All right, chat correcting us that there were some axes in Damsine as well. Antlion Cave looks like Water Hag, non-threatening. Oh, except, So John, John parried with Rydia. Might have been to conserve arrows, but here's our first instance of remembering something about the flags. Water Hag normally is a free boss. You hit Water Hag 3 times, it leaves the battle, you're done. On Be No Free, you have to deplete Water Hag's HP. The number of times that I have attacked Water Hag 3 times and then done nothing else and expected the battle to be over, far too high.
Thankfully, he's only got about 1,000 hit points here, but yeah, that's still a little unfortunate when, and I believe that last shot by Rydia. Now, again, Rydia does have his poison arrows, and he only had the stack of them, so I could still see the conservation there. That's a pan, though. That's required, at least.
That is required. Both of our runners will find it, so that's equal in that regard. D-Ward. All right, perfect. Good name. All right, John getting a little bit of extra looting out of the way, heading out. We'll see where he ends up. I suspect probably, well, you've got the pan. Do you fade Fabul?
Boy, that's interesting, given that really our only options are Fabul, Ordeals, which, depending on the bosses, there could be a little bit dicey, and the Baron Inn, which, see that. Ordeals is a little tempting with that Cecil and party, but really nothing to stick on him. Well, Poison Axe, I suppose, but it does pick up a Fire Claw, does have some ish ammo in there. Actually, that Power Staff there from Matik is kind of paying off here. That really has been hit really hard with it.
Yeah, picking up time throughout, I think. Although John did do they had slightly different loot routes, so it's a little bit unclear about who's really ahead right now. Looks like they're both ended up in Fabul, so chasing each other a little bit. We'll see how this boss goes. I did like that exit purchase for both players. Not sure when we're gonna get Cecil. Probably Paladin Cecil soon. Oh my god.
Oh my, indeed.
I guess we've decided that Rosa doesn't need the XP.
Or wants to keep... well, I believe the Heroine Rogue should keep Rydia... should keep Rydia safe, at least on the paralysis front here.
Yeah, I guess what I'm thinking is I would have maybe knocked down Cecil. But it's probably fine. We'll see what Matik chooses to do. Chooses to do nothing. So going to take his chances with Shadow's Demolish. Okay, John has extra stack of Veils. Gonna pop some Veils, make the fight, sort of guarantee the fight. Golbez is not particularly threatening here, except for the fact that we don't have very much HP, and so that's the only reason we're popping Veils here, is to make sure we don't get blown up by Lit 3.
Yeah, the Lit 3 is still Lit 3, but the hit point counts here are suspect here, and yeah, John did pick that Rosa back up. Is throwing a Veil on now, so is going to get that XP. May have just figured with the Heroine Robe and the Black Sword in terms of both of those producing agility, that it was kind of the most expedient way to perhaps get that Rosa back up and online here.
Ah, I like that. That's a good observation.
Oh no, that Veil, unfortunately,
has run out, as well as Rydia's HP. Oh no, poor Katie.
Golbez,
All
yeah,
right,
okay. I was about to say, he
fight.
should be asking the question fairly soon there, so.
So I think Matik's Rosa had the Heroine Robe. So the fight went slightly more smoothly. Did not have to worry about sort of picking anyone up. That's a light sword and a Sylph Orb.
Sylph Summon, there we go.
We'll take that. Sylph Clutch not on, but anything to sort of give Rydia damage at this point is pretty good.
Goober is stating that he would have noped out of here because, yeah, Golbez there does actually state that can't be our logical underground access, but I mean, we were already here.
Yeah, and you know, if you're already in the fight, depending on the circumstances, I probably stick it out, because it can't be logical underground, but it could be a key item, right? So looks like John's going to Baron Inn. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like Matik's going shopping in Silvera. Okay.
Yeah, John has moved the Heroine Robe away from Rydia to pick up that Sylph Summon there.
Well, I see an Archer Bow. Archer Bows for sale in Silvera, so that'll be a little bit of an improvement. Also pops a 10 stack of Ethers. I like that play. Just having MP restoratives with like mages is too good, especially with Rydia. You can go a long way with like being able to cast your top tier summons like without having to pop 10s.
Well, we've arrived in Baron here, at least on JohnBirckhead's side. Unfortunately, I don't see a character. Did we remember to put one there?
Uh-oh.
All joking aside, yeah, that's an Eddie.
Edward's okay sometimes.
Yep. Good place to find Baigen, though. 400 hit points around 3 targets means that's really not going to be a problem. Problems, however, are this.
Yeah, this is awkward. I think.
Oh yeah, Rose is probably actually defense breaking this evil wall. So, as the others, I'm not sure honestly. Okay, Sylph's doing 1200 already, so get a little bit of other damage in there, and you should only need 3 to 4 Sylphs, and especially as long as evil wall continues to play ball and not target Rosa, Rydia there.
And even if Rydia gets knocked down, you still have life potions, or you cast life with Rosa. I mean, Heroine Robe is kind of a, but
or she just tanks the hit like a boss.
Let's go. Center slot gets an evade boost, and I think Rydia had a karate on, so that worked out okay. Very, very quick fight for John.
Oh my, that's interesting. And John doesn't have to take that there. Has a magma key to go along with that, Eddie. So, yeah, that's actually real big for him, because while Ogopogo isn't going to win any actual damage with those physicals there, really just needs to play around that wave coming out, as this spot does not have almost anything in terms of physical attack.
Yeah, and then you're sort of just bonking at this point. But if John gets there, even Sylph is great, because Sylph would heal through the both the wave and the blaze counters. I want to know where John goes. John's going straight underground. Okay. I like this play. Get underground. You have, I think it was 1 siren, and this team could use it. Although, not sure you want to do a siren with DKC on your team. Like you
Yeah,
would
he might want to wait for
much rather.
Paladin Cecil, but at the very least, you can go down, you can pick up the Fey March freebie, and you have the pan. So, I mean, that's 3 free checks that our runners can do before possibly heading out to a Mount Ordeals here.
Oh
No. That's, Matik sees the bad news, and even with an aim command on Rosa, well, actually, with an aim command on Rosa,
Swap to poison arrows? Yep, swap to
yeah,
poison arrows.
get the big arrows and lean on that aim command, as that is going to be your offense here.
I think it'll be a little bit slow, but it works. Aim with Rosa, even Cecil, Black Sword Wave is like not even bad. Just make sure Rosa gets.
Yeah, I'd say it's just going to be the whole point where those two's primary job. Okay, so 438. That's not going to be too bad. You're going to need about, depending on RNG, 7 to 8 shots to do it here. Does Matik have any? Oh, well, 500 is a higher roll. Does Matik have any heal potions to clear these gradual petrifies, though?
I thought I saw someone pick up heals, but that might have been John. And I think
yeah,
they're
that
in
was definitely
Agar.
John.
Okay, John headed into the Fey March. Skipping looting, doesn't need to fight the Warrior's chest. Just gonna check key items, probably see who the bosses are. That's a pass. Take it. So, fun fact, you don't need to restore or like heal Petrify if your character gets swooned and then you life them up.
Also true. A little slower on the damage, but yeah, the thing is, Val has been really targeting the Cecil down, and I believe I saw at least one time where the Dark Wave came out and unfortunately killed the Cecil there. That said, through this Heroine Robe, Archer Bow, and Aim Command, Val is down, and Matik will have a Paladin here.
Well, assuming the next, assuming the next thing is not awful. Speaking of awful, Antlion at Leviathan is a nope. We're not doing that. Bahamut, on the other hand, sure.
Yeah. Sending Eddie to hide. Gonna wait for, I can't remember, is it? Yeah, 3 on the counter there. I'm not really gonna worry about Rydia going down here, just because she's still gonna get the XP. And we do have the changing room here while Bahamut keeps mega nuking himself there, and we have only a samurai shield, so no actual progression as it pertains to Ordeals here.
So John's eating ticks by continuously doing things. However, Bahamut does have like 23,000 HP, so 2 Mega Nukes doesn't quite do it.
Right.
In the changing room, we have Mom Bomb. This is kind of non-trivial. What's the plan? Thor Rage?
He definitely looks like Thor Rage here.
Okay, so that gets those out of the way. Now we're gonna have to, start attacking them. I think Matik has more than enough speed to just not have to worry about anything here. So that's good. I'm worried for John.
I'm kind of surprised Eddie came out of hiding on that one. Is going to throw up a just in case Star Veil. Well, yeah, definitely needed. And actually, everybody who needs to be alive here, because Dark Knight Cecil's not doing anything with that experience anyway.
Got Burrs, gone Rosa. Love to see it. Oh, that's required.
Wow.
How
Yep,
come that
John-
never happens when I play the game? Do an early Fey March boss get a required key item? Like, come on. So that's a really good play, good outcome for John. Probably does the turns in the pan and then goes immediately to Cave Magnus. I think we have exits, so no need to worry about, oh no, don't have exit on my characters.
Yeah, Cecil will get it eventually, and actually, looks like Matik is firing up the random encounter machine here to throw that Cecil a few levels here, and then run buffered away. Whoops.
I guess was just looking for something like a Lilith, right? Just to give Cecil anything. Like 10 levels, not bad.
Right. Ooh, we're still handing over an adamant rock.
This might be a little zoomy.
I mean, we got a lot of key items. However, given that we really don't have any big, black magic sticks here, a Mist Whip is sounding pretty nice, actually.
Don't hate it. Mist Whip would be pretty good. All right. And Maddox going to Mysidia for shopping, I guess?
About the only thing could be heading there for at this point. Poison arrows.
Also lit arrows. I didn't notice if he picked up the Charm Claw. Was an Artie Bow and Vanilla Spoon?
Yeah, wow. All of a sudden, that Eddie's a real boy now, and now John actually has a really great option for back attack Val with that Hardy Bow.
Picks up some elemental arrows for Rosa. Interesting. I don't hate that play, although it does sort of start taking up a lot of space in your inventory.
Yeah, I would assume with that power now realized that, yeah, John is heading straight to Ordeals. Should have a much faster time of it here behind the Power Renardi Bow and a Spoon.
The Spoon probably doesn't do much because I don't think Edward has enough multipliers to get anything through. But
he did gain 13 levels off of that Bahamut in the Fey March.
Yeah, but if I check my handy dandy spreadsheet, Mylon said 4 defense rolls in tornado form. So Edward would need at least 4 multipliers to get at least 5 to get hits off. But and then back row, yeah. But really you need more to get normal consistent damage. So I think John's doing Ordeals first because at this point you're like, okay, I have Artie Bow, I have Spoon. Surely there's nothing that can prevent me from getting Paladin Cecil. And I know there's a line of text in the game that says, I think Rose's mom says that Rose is the best character in the game, but I think we all know that Paladin Cecil is the best character in the game, and you can't deny it.
Rosa has some of the most utility in the game. Just really white magic talking right there. White magic.
Yeah, true. 2100. Let's go, Edward. All right, so that's John's gonna start making up a lot of time. This is gonna move things along very quickly. Although Matik does make a little bit quicker work of that evil wall fight.
Yeah, both have found their power in different ways here. Yeah, it does see the need to go to the aim command. That arty bow's gonna do a little more work than that archer bow, though. Yep, Eddie cannot get through, unfortunately.
Ah, interesting fact. I don't think John has Cure 2s.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting there. Does have life potions at the very least, but yeah, Rose is hitting for about 600 some with each of those, so should only need about 2 more aim commands to see this through.
Yeah, and not even attacking with Edward knows that it's unlikely for him to do much damage at all, and is through the fight. So that's quick work, made up time on Matik for that one. We'll see what the play is for the changing room. Probably move the. Well, we'll see if he moves the heroin robe over. I think Matik did. Not sure what else happened. And NJ pointed out that John did attack once with Edward and missed. So there we go.
Yeah, moving Sylph over does kind of almost announce that John at that point believes that one Sylph, and in most cases he would be correct, that one Sylph, especially with Val out of the pool, should see the threat of whatever is in here done. Unfortunately, it's a mom bomb, so it's probably just going to Sylph to get to exploding phase, and then probably do the same thing Matik did with the Thor Rages.
Ooh, interesting divergence here. Matik is not going to Feymarch, opting to go straight to the pan checks to complete the objective. That means he's not going to see the Bahamut and therefore the objective. So it'll be interesting to find out when Matik decides to get over to the Feymarch checks.
Yep. Dwight, it was earlier, but just kind of the Cliff Notes version of Earn Your Keep just means that the Be No Free flag is enabled. So right now, that does mean that that no free bosses are on. So all the boss bit just kind of exists here still. Is going to Sylph first instead of the Thor Rages, and even moved really up to the front row.
Okay, like planning on attacking?
Oh my, that's uh-oh.
John, I'm confused.
John, I am scared. Oh.
Okay. Well, so he saved.
He did save, yes.
Forgetting he doesn't want to use the Thor Rage.
I mean, Kanyatsu's already out of the pool.
I mean, yeah, but generally we've been doing Mac Giant grinds, and you trigger the Mac Giant grind call with the Thor Rage, so you want to keep your Thor Rages, I guess, but like, confused?
A little bit.
This is going to give some time back to Matik. Matik realizes, oh, I could go back over to the Feymarch. So is here now.
Might have been a routing decision there. Let's see if he decides that that Bahamut is doable as well, and
is thinking,
and is going right for it. Okay, now it's going to Thor Rage.
Alright, remember they exist. I think actually the fight is free the bombs cannot kill Rydia.
Yeah, I don't think they have the hit points on those explodes. Throwing out a few dancing daggers probably doesn't hurt anyway. I don't know exactly how much hit points they have, but split up between the 1,000 and the changing room between the main form and these. Yeah.
Okay, so Matik's also eating up ticks with by taking actions, but has put up a second veil. So this fight's done.
And really, with John coming out of the changing room and Matik picking that up, Matik has a well, actually, no, Cecil wasn't up, so yeah, we're pretty much at 33-ish minutes in here. We're pretty much at parity between the two runners here.
Yeah, I think John's ahead a little bit by the Sheila checks. That's it.
Yeah.
Close race, which is of course what we always want. Team close race is best team.
Yeah. Now the question is, does he go to the harp now, or I would be sorely tempted. I'm thinking about that siren that's burning a hole in my pocket right now.
Yeah, but also the siren gets you, it's the grind setup, etc., etc. So the meta is real. I don't know, like I'm not, I think, one of the better runners on this flag set because meta schmeta, but I think at times it does work well, and then sometimes it does work against you. So
Yeah.
the thing is, like, there's no Palom to get Quake, right? So like, whatever.
Yeah, there's no Palom to get Quake. There's Rydia, who would pick up Virus. Again, that Dwarf Castle is also kind of looming a little bit in terms of, that Rydia is not staying down, so she is, getting some potential power on her. That might be one of the better ways to do it here. Matik is out of Tamra and is stopping by the Dwarf pod. I think that's kind of announcing that he's thinking about Dwarf, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I can see doing the twin harp check early, because you don't think your party is like, quite good enough to do Dwarf, but you've got Spoonword. Spoonword's pretty okay. So to me, I probably would have gone more towards Dwarf Castle, but it is an objective, right? Cape Magnus is an objective, so you have to do it.
Oh yes, especially given that John has the spoon there. So really, I mean, anything you're figuring that John is leaning on the power of that spoon to get through here, I would honestly think about leaning through the power of that spoon to get through Dwarf, although there are many things that will knock an Eddie down in Dwarf, especially at where he is. That's Dr. Luge. Kind of annoying, but not super threatening.
Yeah, but I think we have music. Maybe we should let them listen to music.
Or we could talk through it.
I mean... All right, so apparently it was Xenogears that we almost talked over. Plague, pretty easy fight. Zerk up your Spoonword. That's a hook.
Ooh, that's
Cool, I
guess.
I mean, it does nothing right now.
It does nothing right now unless you are really jonesing for that 5th character here.
True. We are about to see a 5th character check for Matik, though, in Dwarf Castle. Lugae spot went down to Lidero's Rosa. Octomam's at the Golbez spot, and we have Porum.
Even more white magic there. That, however, was a big block of Zonk for Iridius summons there, unfortunately. I didn't see anything good in that list.
Oy. Like Ashura, I guess.
But I mean, we already got that on Hops, or at least Matik did.
That's fair. All right, John checking Mist Cave. D-Mist is in the pool. It is not at Mist Cave, though. If you're Matik, do you, like, go to Castle Eblin and see if you can find a summon orb there, or, like...
I mean, I would have thought about it maybe a little earlier, back when we needed, like, a good bow. As it is, I mean, going there just for summon, well, I guess you could maybe get some decent strength gear, but it's a little bit of an ask to go to go to Eblin just for that.
Vamps and Starveils and in the Dwarf shop, yeah, pick up 3 more. That's never a bad play. Like,
yeah, I mean, I know Golbez and Bahamut are out of the pool, but Starveil's just good utility, period.
Luca Key.
Speaking of asks there, but the one thing is, yeah, yes, Mac Giants are there, but we're creeping up here with that Luca Key there, especially when Matik finally goes to turn in that pan there. Both our runners will be at 6 key items, actually 7 with that Luca Key there. You're getting to the point where, okay, you have your party here, Mac Gs are totally a thing, but you've got a Cecil.
Yeah.
And 10 key item moon boxes are kind of
good.
a potential thing.
Yeah. Light Sword is okay, but it's not, it's not the big honker crystal sword, right? So that said, John has Spoonword, Matik's about to get Spoonword. And so we'll see what they decide to lean on. Because, like, as long as Spoonword stays alive, you can do a lot of damage really quickly.
Oh yeah, Cecil has already locked Spoonword into cover mode there, so yeah, that's the thing. Matik didn't take too long getting through there, but Spoonword just makes things faster, and Matik's gonna be like, oh, I left this here? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I could have had that a long time ago. I think if you go to Sylph Cave as your first thing underground, you set up Sheila, or like you do the pan bonk, I think you just have to go. You have to go to Fabul and turn in the pan. It was an objective, right?
Yep.
And you never know. Like, it could have just been Legend Sword Tower Key, right? So, but whatever. Matik's still doing some shopping. Is very unhappy with his current there we go. Charms.
Yeah, he's looking for ammunition there, especially with that Artie bow now in there. Charm for Mac Giants, Mute for a couple bosses still left in the pool. Hitting mage weakness is pretty good, y'all.
Yeah. There we go. That's what Matik was looking for. Wanted those one of those life potions. I probably would have bought tents, but like, don't sell the Yardipo.
They've hit so many cabins in the early looting of this seed. And okay, yeah, never mind.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
The extra cabins are like, yeah, those are pretty good.
Yep. John knocking that Porum over. Yeah, you can see that John is likely looking forward to slinging that Porum on the Giants.
Yeah, and already has Val knowledge, right? So we know we're not going to need anything. Like, we have Spoon Redan Cecil, so it's not a big deal, but no need to worry about things that are going to, make it hard for a mage party to do the work. This team is fine as is. It can, like, Porum doesn't need to contribute right now. As a note, it is faster to walk out of Dwarf by like a second than to throw an exit.
You spent so much time spinning around that, well... So John is gonna go peek this Luca key, and I'm actually really here for that. That is, I mean, it's a totally checkable key item that you can go in there, you can look at the key item, heck, you can even peek the boss if you haven't found your D-Mist yet, because nobody's lost the race to fading a D-Mist in there.
Never, ever, right, Night Dew?
No, I did not fade that one in the finals of ZC1, but somebody did. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, that's definitely an interesting place to put it, and actually not one that they really want to see, even with that spoon word enabled there. But I mean, just being able to get in there, check a key item, check a boss, and if you don't like it, there's a quick reset out for you.
And you can always, if you do, we do have Rydia, so we can cast Warp out. So it's, I think at this point, right, you don't want to do Antlion at Leviathan. Yep. You don't want to do Lower Babel. Like, what else is there to do?
You're just listening to round 2 of music, I believe.
I mean, John can't do that, but I guess we'll let the audience do that. That's 2 nukes in a row that hit Edward.
I am half tempted here with that veil up on Cecil. I don't know if Mega Nuke gets all the way to Niners here, or if he went a couple veils up.
Not the counter nuke. The counter nuke is only standard Wyvern damage.
Oh no, I mean the Mega Nuke there, the one that happens if Rydia summons on him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, okay.
the opening attack gets the scaled spell power for the spot, but the remedy, oh no. But the how do I want to say this? Like the nukes and the counter mega nuke get the vanilla wyvern spell power from the crystal sword altar, and so it'll only do like 2 to 3k or whatever. That's okay. This is ridiculous. So you would need like veils up on most people to get like enough damage. I think John's running out of. Ooh, that was a misclick. Ooh, this is Sylph. Has he been counting damage? Oh.
Don't know. Rydia taking that nuke was one of the veiled characters, and well, it doesn't matter because now she can't actually call that Sylph.
That's the last life potion.
Yeah, running out of life potions is the whole thing here, where John knows he needs to make something happen here.
Meanwhile, Matik has gone to Lower Babel, is checking. Oh my god. It's. I think that's a reset. I don't think anyone has a veil. Oh no, Rosa does.
Rosa definitely has a veil. So the question is how much comes back here.
Nah, it wasn't enough.
Not enough, no.
Resets out. This is a hard fight. It did not help that Edward got hit with like 75% of the bounce nukes.
Oh
like,
yeah,
disgusting.
Had Edward been able to stay upright and zerking through that with 5 targets up, yeah, that was some pretty terrible RNG here.
Matik finding Karate. So Karate is another one of those bosses that on Beano Free is a lot more dangerous, even if you have Cecil, because normally Cecil can sort of cut the fight short by attacking after Karate cues the second kick, but we don't have that anymore. So Matik's gonna have to go through all like 19,000 HP, which going pretty quickly because Spoonword is very strong. Okay, take 2 for John.
Yep, Veil's going up here. Actually is just throwing Veils on the primary 3 here. Did buy more. Yep, is even throwing it on 4 up there. I know you want to preserve that. I know you really want to preserve that grind there, but yeah, it's kind of all hands on deck here. So Spoonword probably should get one more swing, I believe, before this Sylph goes off. Already queuing the life onto Eddie here, but this is Mega Nuke reflected 4 times over, so that should get pretty close to the cap.
Yeah, this fight going a lot more smoothly. 9k, GG. Nice work, John. Also, so for Matik, did you see what was at the top of tower?
No, I missed it as well here. I'm kind of scanning through the key items. I haven't seen it either, so yeah, I was way too focused on that wyvern there. We do know that it was young. I did not see the.
It looked to me like it was darkness, and our tracker has confirmed that was the darkness.
Oh no! Well, I mean, the good news for John, the very good news for John, is that it was tower key in Luca, and that tower key should take John and say, "Hey, go that way."
Yeah, and you've got the tower key check and the super cannon check. So we'll find darkness soon. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 9 plus whatever this super cannon gives.
Yeah, if super cannon pays out in a key item, that's huge advantage, John, for that grind.
looks like Matik is popping a siren. We know what that means in this situation. That means we're setting up a slingshot on Edward. That's fun. And then we're going to go do probably a Mac Giant Grand.
Look at that charm arrow proc there. Didn't even
Let's go. I'll be interested to see if Matik actually has the slingshot set up on Edward.
Yeah, that's a very good question there. Everybody else getting that XP does help. I just don't know where. I'd like to see a menu before I see where Eddie is in the average here.
Technically the median. You need to be 5 levels below the median, but anyway.
Yep.
Good old stats.
Yep.
Okay. John sat down at the save point, healed up, so we'll find darkness very shortly, and then we'll be heading back down the tower to do the super cannon check afterwards. It is an objective, so won't just skip it. That would be a very interesting play, but probably not the correct one.
Yeah, the good news, between the siren that's still in John's pocket, and I believe Porum is only about 3 levels down on said median there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a sling. It's not a slingshot on Edward.
No, John still could get a sling on Porum here. But maybe not, because that burst is probably going out on... Yeah, that's already going out on Spoonward there.
I think for John, if Porum falls down, cool. I think that was that... Yeah, whatever. I think John's at the point where he's so close to tanky items that, like, it just might not matter.
Yeah.
That's an edge. Do you take edge? I don't take edge. No.
With this party, no, not really, especially since I have Spoonward already engaged. Matik is back to the blue planet after reset. Oh, I almost thought he was going for... Oh, is picking up the hovercraft, is looking...
Gonna check the character.
Looking for somebody in particular. Who are you looking for, Matik?
So,
I mean, Cecil can wield the poison axe. You've already got an arty bow and charm arrows with that heroin robe. So dealing with your Mac Giant is already there.
I mean, illusions are fun. I would have probably bought a Hermes, but not really too important. Yeah, I think Concussed Gamer is right. Looking for Palom.
Well, I
don't think you need him.
I mean, Concussed, if Baron comes up, that's go mode for John.
Okay, so there's a darkness for John. John's through that. That's 9 key items. Time to see what happens next. Has he been on? Oh, he was on Battle Speed 3 for the Wyvern fight.
Yes. Not terrible, not Wyvern standard time, but not as fast as you could be going, so...
Matik checked the character and reset out, so was not who he was hoping for, and is now setting up the grind.
Yep.
Oh, it was Sid. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Elvin. And that was Malin Zed in the super cannon. Goodbye. Peace out. That's 3 objectives for John.
And all 4 Elemental Archfiends off our bingo card.
I even have I have the chart pulled up, but I didn't. All right, looks like Matik found. All right, Matik found a very fast encounter setup, so that works.
Yeah, this is it's not gonna turn on this because John would go probably and do the karate just as fast here. The thing is, John has kind of abandoned his sling, but
Yeah,
Giant is also an
but
objective, so
yeah, Giant's objective. The thing I'm interested in is what is this reward? Oh, it's only a white
No.
shirt. Oh no.
Well, I mean, it is an objective. I mean, that's a consolation white shirt there. That is, unfortunately, John is not going to see that 10th key item. So, Karians are now equalized. John is just up that looming Luca cave there that Matik, I don't see Matik going back for it is the thing. Not with the moon
not
in
for a
play.
while. Yeah, not for a while. This, okay.
John needs to find life potions too, as I mean, he did get most of those from the Wyvern fight back, as that's where most of those did get used, but doesn't have a large stock of them.
Okay, I can only assume that, yeah, okay, Matik gets the Silk Web out on both the Mac Giant and the Searcher. Now we're just into chunking through the Mac Giant. So that was like a 58-minute start to this fight. So we'll see what happens. Rydia does have Virus, but I don't think has enough power to help. Eddie is not. Okay, so this is going to be a slightly slow, slow grind.
That would be one of those things where I actually kind of hope that Rosa still has that heroin already charm arrows there, honestly.
Oh, she does. She does. So like Rosa's going to be doing the like 40% of the damage, and then Cecil's doing some amount, and then Eddie and Rydia are going to help.
Yep.
All right, John's gone to the moon. Is healing.
This is maybe John saying, I've got my levels. I get one more key item. I'm ready to go. This could be John diving the Mura altar right now.
Oh, interesting. Slapping the heroin on Rydia for speed. What's the play here?
I mean, it could still be moon boxes at this point. So here's Edge. We know we have double mute knife. I think there was a long sword in the Fey March.
I don't think John takes Edge. I think
John take Edge?
Edge is piecing out. Yeah, exactly.
John leaves
John
Edge.
is going. Yeah, I think this is a Mura altar check. Or moon boxes.
Could be a little bit of both. Because at this point, if you've got Rosaporum, and you've got Spoonword and Cecil with some holy hardware, you don't care about Nuke at that point anymore, do you?
Not really. Okay, skipping that box. This is checking the Mura altar. Didn't save after the character check, so I guess he's just planning on doing the fight. Yeah. All right, so this is some big divergence for us. Oh no, this fight is awful.
This is not ideal, correct? We can't use any of our normal tricks just because, hey, P no free makes this absolutely terrible.
But
the big question is, how much defense does that Cecil have when he starts covering everybody?
I thought Cecil had an Aegis shield, but that might have been on Matik's side.
Cecil did have an Aegis shield. Unfortunately, he did pass it up in favor of the Dragoon shield. Now, he might still have the Aegis shield, And if he remembers that, he does have his Edward covered here. That is a number of damage that Porum took there.
Oh no. Okay, so
Cecil now has everybody on cover here. Is making sure to keep Eddie upright here. Question is, what does... Oh, Sylph, yeah, duh.
No, I don't like Sylph. Because Sylph is going to heal you out of cover range.
Sylph is going to heal you out of cover range, yeah. Now, he does have manual cover on Eddie, so Eddie gets to stay covered, but... Yeah.
But Sylph bypasses the...
Sylph does bypass the
counter.
counters, yes.
600 damage, that's so much.
Eddie has been focus firing the bottom one, and that's good. That's a problem.
Yeah, but that's what those heal potions are for. And I think John put the heroine on Rydia, and so
Yes.
The guards are not RA1, which makes this like slightly more doable.
Yep, is getting a blink up on Rosa now. And is going for big heals on Asura.
That
And
is
gets
the big
them.
heal. Oh no, John! John! You have the Dragoon shield. You saw it.
Alright, is gonna get Rydia back into cover range here. Is happy enough to lead Porum down. Eddie unfortunately gets the
So each of these guards has about 13,650 HP. That's
Yeah,
what that is.
I think Eddie's hit the bottom one at least 4 times there. Does get the life pot, so Porum is back online. Oh, has a mute dagger.
Chonky damage from Cecil.
Oh, top one's gone. Okay, this is manageable.
This is scary.
This whole fight has been scary.
Meanwhile, Matik's just been chomping through the mac cheese. All right, Ashura, if there was a time to land the life
the best
base,
life. Now it is.
there we
Now
go.
it
Let's
is.
go.
Oh, wow. A time you actually want to see Greyface.
How are we not through the fight yet?
I thought he hit the bottom one more than that, but oh no, there goes Porum again. There's the heal on Rosa. Nope, on
Nah,
himself.
Cecil.
He's
Okay,
through.
we're through. Let's go, John.
Meanwhile, the grind is over. 731,000 for Matik there.
That's a rat tail. That's 10 key items. Wow.
That's 10 key items, and if I'm John, when I exit out of here, I'm going to check to see if I'm in go mode off those 10 key items.
Wow. All right, so Matik looks like he did get the sling on Edward, so that's good work on his part. Looks like we are going straight back to the blue planet. I agree with this. Check the rat tail and then see what else. Imagine Forge. Imagine the Legends Book from this. Let's go.
I was saying, imagine a Sand Ruby with that. Oh God, we know where Palom is. He's in the bed.
He's in the bed. Oh no.
Imagine Sand Ruby into a very slingable Palom.
Oh boy.
John checking for life pots. We know they're in Troya, but he doesn't know that. Oh, he's looking for... Oh, everything you want is in Troya, John.
Yeah, oh no.
Aside from those ethers.
All right, fair. All right, Porm doesn't quite have white, but I don't think it really matters too much. Rat tail gives only a white spear.
We do not still know, but the real prize was the 10 key items we found along the way.
Where are you going, John? Oh, John's going to Troya. All right, yes. right. All right.
Going to be very pleased with what he finds here.
Ooh, might not find... Oh, no.
Oh, my.
That's hilarious.
John finds his life pots.
Will not find the charm arrows. Unfortunate. This is great. Does Riddy have weak? We could do a D machine grind.
We heard you wanted more XP. Okay, John is picking up life pots. Didn't set up the D machine grind. Or is flying the
Mac
Baron
Giants.
Or Mac Giant, yeah.
So, with 10 key items, is he? So he's healing.
He's
healing. He could go straight to the. No, he's not. Okay.
Saving, going back.
Oh, gonna check the bot. Whoa.
Wow. Saying we've got 10 key items. Those boss spots are worth a ton. Grinds. We don't need no stinking grinds. And is going to get one anyway.
Incredible. I love the way this seed is played out. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, the thing is, the amount of XP John's going to get with the 10 key items off this alt gauntlet is substantial.
Pretty good. And then you've got the CPU spot afterwards, as long as it's not as long as it's not a split XP spot.
Yeah. He's gonna have a little bit more in terms of startup time here, but
question from Chad about like what happens after this? Do you do Leviathan? Like Antlion at Leviathan? I don't know.
That's a hard
I don't think
sell.
I want to, because your main damage, like John's main damage right now, is Spoonward. Because he doesn't have the big spells. So, okay. Found the gauntlet is resetting. Probably gonna swap, like probably change up his anchoring. Is resetting?
John is resetting back to his. Oh, he's going to LST. He says,
What?
Gauntlet, no thanks. I don't need you. I'm going to the moon.
Wow.
Okay, about those boxes. Yeah, I'm
about
sure
those
John
boxes.
is opening boxes now.
Gonna throw weak? Yeah, let's go. Off slot weak. You got this, Rydia.
So Matik is going to have a very large XP lead here on the back of this Giant. But it does kind of also technically equalize their objectives. They both need to find 2 on the moon here.
All right, that's Nuke for Rydia. So Matik has the full spell set.
John isn't even going for boxes. He's diving to the bottom. Okay.
I guess I should have checked the Alt Gauntlet table. Maybe there isn't a D machine here.
There's that
like we saw the
machine,
single.
but I don't think. Actually, that's a very good question. Maybe it's on the CPU one. I'm not sure.
Elements. Nope. Does not exist. It's only at the CPU, and it's the first fight. Okay, cool. We learned. Okay, but that's, I think, yeah, that's the Alt Gauntlet done for Matik. Whole bunch of XP beyond what he already had. Cool. Time to see what is at CPU. And then he'll be through that fight, or that objective. So John's like mid-30s in levels, gonna check out the Ribbon Room. This is 200k XP if it's not split.
A lot of our split bosses are gone. Oh, hi.
Hilarious.
I don't know if I want to see that here. That is 42,000 hit points of D-Miss. Not a huge threat, but ugh.
Oh no!
Hi!
Oh no!
Cecil will live through this.
You know?
Likely.
Remember, no, he won't. It's Be No Free.
Oh god!
This is quite possibly
the worst possible DKC.
The worst possible DKC.
Oh no, that's right. We can't just sit through this one.
Wow. Incredible. And John will never see this fight. John will not come here.
Yeah, this is the whole, hey, would you like to... I can hear the post-race interview right now. Hey, would you like to know what was the CPU behind that gauntlet you skipped?
Yeah. Let me just write that down in my notepad document.
I mean, at the very least, the good news is that you have 2 white mages for this, because honestly, you need both white mages for this.
Yeah. I think it will work, but it will be very slow.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get some Zerking going, though.
Oh wait, that's right. So John has berserked Spoonward there, but I also do remember that he does have a silver staff in his back pocket.
Oh, let's go! Silver staff strats, my favorite. The silver staff, when used as an item, lets you it casts quotes Basuna, whatever that is, and it will negate berserk. And so, yeah, you can pretty easily, like, Edward will probably get one more attack off, but generally you can avoid the extra damage. So there's the silver staff comes out. Edward is no longer berserked, and so we won't have to sit through a whole bunch of cold mist. And Matik is through the DKC. Great work. Having multiple Cure 4 users probably helped.
Mm-hmm. So, Yang here at the Giant, maybe?
Ha, Kane. Vanilla.
Oh.
Alright, gonna re-Zerk Edward. I think if I'm John, I'm attacking with Cecil just to get extra like chip damage in, but John also doesn't really have a good non-elemental weapon. Like his best non-light sword weapon is like the mute dagger.
Yeah. Where'd that poison axe go, actually? Huh.
Ha! Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so Matik's done with the giant, has a whole whack of levels, heading over to the Mirror Altar.
Needs to find 2 more objectives, and we know he can't find the tower key. So has to find both the Baron key and the Sand Ruby still.
Or, of course, the Legend Sword.
Or the Legend Sword, yes. Needs to find 2 of the 3. Which could be behind Baron key or the Earth Crystal. Earth Crystal's still out there. Zot is definitely a thing. Is going to see the rat tail, does not know that there is nothing behind the rat tail.
And we'll see we'll see what this Ribbon Room does. Ribbon Room Demus gives you 3 possible checks. There's the 2 boxes in the room, and then there's the check at Rydia's mom. So we'll see, I guess. All right, I think we're upwards of 30k. Delta Demus so far.
Yeah,
but it is slow.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, we're done. We're done. We're done.
All right.
Nice work, John.
Does close the XP gap a little bit. Oh, Porum definitely picked up a slingshot there. Porum got 400k. Oh, but unfortunately, no.
So now we're mid-low 40s. I think, yeah, John's not gonna leave to check Demus. I think he's gonna clear out the bottom of the moon first. With the pass, this makes sense.
This guard going far easier for. Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you two supposed to be a door over?
Nah, it's fine. The fact that Rydia does not have Fire 3 is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But Rosa can throw Cure 4 on them.
Honestly, the magic at this spot is kind of terrible. I would honestly just turn Spoonward loose here.
You say that, but fun fact, the Plague spot, the White Spear Altar, Plague has no spell power normally. And so when bosses with spell power are swapped into this spot, you would think, oh, well, do they just get 0 spell power? The answer, no. Because the spot has no spell power, there's level-based scaling that happens. So Plague and D-Lunars have roughly the same level. I think they're both roughly level 99. And so the D-Lunar spell power, which is non-trivial, is basically ported over to this spot. And so Spoonward would be... letting Spoonward loose here would be very dangerous. They would do basically vanilla damage. All right, Matik is taking his rat tail and piecing out. So gonna check the rat tail out, see what else he does on the blue planet before coming back up.
That's a very interesting call, knowing that you have 2 key items left to go. That said, we have frogs, so...
Good job, Cecil. You do you.
That's a better question. When this songs, and Matik is like, dude, where's my hovercraft?
Yeah, where's my hovercraft? It's still a damn scene. I think here's, yet another place where you would really love to have had like Bahamut or even Leviathan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you like to have them anyway, but yeah, just being able after frogs to just kind of crank out the damage there on them is something you'd really like. John is going to be done with this very soon. Matik is like, well, darn.
Yeah, reset back up to the moon. Probably heading down. Gonna do the same checks that John just did. Let's see. What do we get from White Spear Altar? It's Masamune. All right.
Edge is waving from the blue planet like, hey, remember me?
No, we don't. You weren't good enough. Peace out. All right, so John's gonna heal up. Probably gonna go do the Massa Altar. No, negligible XP from the White Spear Altar fight, so still not up to the big spells yet.
Now, did get Cure 4 on Rosa. That's kind of huge already there. Cecil and Eddie are finally starting to get their good multipliers in, but yeah, what kind of rudeness do we have left available here on this Massa altar?
Oh no!
That is
no!
I spoke it into being,
My
didn't I?
God!
Those are extremely punchy dimps.
This is gross. Like, cover strat Cecil's pretty good. But like, wow.
Yeah, even cover strat Cecil wants a glass hat here.
Nice gray face. Boy. All right, so John's set up, I think.
Yeah. Is getting Blink onto that Cecil. Okay, those first hits against him were definitely a little more of a high roll than anything here. The thing is, Matik is catching up.
Yeah, the extra damage from Nuke, and well, White's not going to help on Demus, but the Nuke will. Definitely going to start speeding things up a whole bunch. Spoonword he's okay, but the Dark Imps are gonna like chop through because there are 3 targets and they all get actions. They're just slowing everything down, and they're dangerous.
Speaking of fights you really wanted that Bahamut or Leviathan for.
Yeah, the AoE here would have been really nice. Yeah, I can confirm Be No Free chose very significant violence.
I mean, the question is, did you just get here, Ridicall, or did you, or would you like to know what was on the giant?
Artie bow? What's the plan, John? Because I'm thinking, like, I guess if she has a heroine, that's cool, but like,
it's not
don't you
really
have
gonna
like
speed
Jin or
things.
something?
No, I don't think they got Mist, they got Asura, Cockatrice, Mage. I don't think. I think Dwarf crapped out so much that I don't think Rydia has any other sweepers other than Mist, and we kind of know how that is.
Yeah, Mist is going to do like 76 damage. All right, but we're basically through. We got 2 of them down. Spoonword's chunking through the last, but Matik's already through the Demus fight.
Yep, Gauntlet elements Rydia into a no free DKC at CPU. Yes.
All right, Matik remembering to turn battle speed back up.
Yep.
That's an Earth Crystal.
My. Oh my! So Earth Crystal could be hiding a terminal, non-terminal Baron. Leviathan Spot could be holding that. K value and the
Crystal Sword Altar.
Sword Altar are really the only thing still left in play up on the moon.
I think John... what is John doing? Gonna save. Gonna pop a Siren?
I mean, okay, Porm does have Cure 4 now, is moving battle speed to 2. I mean, does have that Siren, does have weak on Rydia, could be looking at Gold Dragons here, yes.
Medusa Arrow. Maybe that's just for speed.
That's probably
Yeah, it's just
yep, here we are, Gold Dragons. Yeah, Demus check is available for the both of them as well.
Yeah, I knew I didn't see weak for John, but he has stop on Rydia, and so
yeah.
Well, that's what heal potions are for.
And yeah, but they are the AI is on point this match here with all the Eddie stop here that John has had to face.
All right, Matik resets out of the D-Luna's reward. A few seconds time save.
Yeah.
Got stop off on both King Rios, so now it's just a matter of Eddie clearing out the fight. Should be pretty quick, although stop does last not a long time. All right, life glitch, cool. So that's 180k XP. John's party needs that a little bit.
Yeah, that will at the very least bring in the gap or bridge the gap between the two here. But still, yeah, here comes the nukes and the whites flying out here. Unfortunately, Rydia has a sweeper on Matik's side. At the very least, in terms of that quake, though. I mean, these are Zeromus ready levels here for John still.
Yeah, Porum almost has. I think Porum gets white after this fight. Rose is pretty close too. Okay, this one's free.
Yep.
Zerk up, knock out the gas and go.
Yep. I'm pretty sure John's Rydia just also picked up Quake here, so
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really interesting. So John's up the Luca into Tower Key chain.
Yep.
And
Matik is up the Giants.
is up the Giant. And John's just a little bit ahead checking moon fights, but Matik has a significant level advantage. Mostly balanced out by John's Tenkieta moon, but not quite. This is what a good race. What a good race. I guess while we're calling this such a good race, the people who have helped make it such a good race, thanks to Fiery Blizzard for doing tracking, of course, and NGDave for showing us the game feed so that we're not watching it on Khadgar. And shoutouts to all of the viewers and channel mods who are hanging out and helping the race chat be a good place. And of course, Night Dew for doing comms. This has been fun so far.
Yep. Another 120,000 in for John, as Matik is now just a boss behind. Here is they're high-fiving in and out of the oh no.
Wow.
Your answer is not here. Wow, the LST has been absolutely nothing.
Figures.
Aside from that Mura altar, which was an objective. Yeah,
right.
that's
Skipping Cave Bahamut.
John says no thanks. Is probably going to check Demist into Zot.
Yeah, I don't think you do antlion. I would do antlion because I make bad plays, but I don't think these runners do the antlion at Leviathan.
I mean, at this point, John looks at that and says, "Man, this moon did not go how I really wanted it to." But let's see. Now the question is, if this comes up Sand Ruby, does John
okay.
Does John still just like, oh well, guess I'll go back to the giant?
I mean, you wouldn't like that. Oh, it's the Baron Key.
Well,
wow, Demus, let's go.
So John's got a 2-outer here. Well, they both have a 2-outer. They just don't know it yet.
Matik's leaving. Okay.
Matik is leaving, but he's in the same boat
has done
here.
all the decks.
Does he go to K value? He is.
Yes. Whoa. This is so interesting. Okay, so John gets an objective. That's Liberate Baron Castle. Has 2 checks at the Legend or the Sand Ruby. Matik's going to Cave Bahamut, checking will not find the Baron Key, will not find the Tower Key, could find either of the other items. Oh, the divergence in this race has been so good.
Could find Forge here still.
Yeah.
Or the Sand Ruby. And if that case, that's not, well, I mean, they're both going through this. And, well,
gross.
That's annoying.
Who rolled this seed? NG Dave, did you roll this seed?
He did say he was going to try to make things interesting. Well, mission accomplished. Okay, bonus to you if you remember that it was Dark Elf that handed over our initial key item, because I totally did not.
Yeah, that's something where like I write it down at the start of the seed, and when I get around to walking through the Barren Waterway, I'm scrolling up in my notes. Where was this? Oh, it was this boss. Okay. This boss will not pose an issue. I am okay. Pretty sure John's just gonna liberate the Baron Castle, get that objective done, and then go back in for Odin spot. I don't think you do the Odin spot first.
Matik tried the 50-50 on getting Quake online, but unfortunately our CPU is now floating.
Whoa, truth in advertising. Magus Sisters here. This will be really quick. 3 attacks probably.
3 attacks are Scroll, Rydia, and Quake. One of the 2. Or just Circa Betty. Although, looking at the 2 parties side by side, it's like, okay, so they're kind of close here, with the exception of that Edward, who has got that slingshot on Matik's side, and Eddie has twice the hit points on Matik's side than John's side there.
Perfect. All right, another Kane.
Oh, well.
We're not saying, like, no, you peace out.
I mean, we know we found a white spear for you on the moon, but it's far too late for you, sir.
I hope Matik's been counting damage.
5835, is that a count?
Well. Is he... What? I'm confused.
I am a little confused as well here.
Whoa, Sand Ruby! Go. Huh. So John's been in Go mode since
Demus went down, yeah.
Oh yeah, like been in Go mode for a while. is now in go mode without having to do the giant. And so I think if John, let's see.
He definitely has a slower Z party, but with the time that Matik is losing to this CPU, I believe he can afford to have a slower Z fight at this point.
Yeah. I think Matik might need this to be exactly the Legend Sword. Well, no, he needs to do Baron as well. I
Yeah,
think.
he'd still need
Yeah,
to run
John.
Baron here. CPU
Yeah,
down.
John's in the driver's seat.
Yes.
He just needs to find a way to, like, I would take a slightly slower Zeromus fight, but just make sure it's safe. Make sure you get through the fight.
Yeah. I know at the very least that Rosa has whites. But this.
Porum should have white too. Another white spear. That's funny. I think
Oh,
Porum has
no.
white. So.
Oh, John's gonna turn in the pigtail.
I mean, are you gonna turn down a chance at a crystal sword?
At this point, no.
My thoughts exactly. Verdict.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you take that. You take that. Wow. John's piloting the hovercraft all over the place. Panic starting to set in. Matik checking Demus will find the Baron key. So Matik, unbeknownst to him, is in go mode now. We'll find that out shortly. I think I probably 39 agility. 20, you're gonna. Okay, John's doing like. John's doing a little bit of agility manip here, like try and figure out what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw a Masa and a Mura being thrown into the trash.
Perfect. Okay, it looks like we're just slapping. So this is gonna be hybrid strats. We're gonna slap the. I see. Avenger on Cecil, and an Artemis bow on Edward, and then
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, they still
This
have a
part-
stack. Yeah, they both still have a stack of silk webs there, so they at least do have the easy slow option on Z as well.
Yeah, but I'm kind of concerned. If John had found a flame or a dragon whip, then Rydia could be at 29 agility, but as it is, she's at 24. Zeromus is RA1 right now. I think Cecil and Edward are RA2, just barely. And so after Silk Web, it won't be too much of a problem. Could also throw a fast on. So it's really interesting to see what happens here. Okay, we should probably do the spiel. Unlike all the other bosses we've seen today, we don't randomize where Zeromus is. We only randomize what Zeromus looks like, because otherwise, Zeromus and Antlion isn't that fun. So there are hundreds of sprites, many created by one of our valued community members, Scalikitty. And so the big question we always like to ask, Nightdew, will you take the honors?
Whose butt? Did Z steal today? Wait. No. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
close
I'm
enough.
thinking it.
Close enough. You got the time of day right, so that's fine. All right. So swap into Spoon, throws the crystal. Okay. I think we might get an automatic Avenger, like a duplicate crystal throw here. We'll see though.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, with Rosa and Cecil being at the hit points they are.
Yeah, there it is.
There's the duplicate crystal throw.
That's the Avenger kicking in. Let's go. And of course, that's
conceivably power couple this through here.
yeah. I think Cecil taking that counter nuke was probably the best thing. Slow. Why not?
Yeah,
Because
probably
we've already
it doesn't
nuked.
want to eat another. Doesn't want to eat another counter nuke here.
Okay. Now, what we need, I guess, is Cecil to start attacking. That would be useful.
That would, yes. There he goes. Okay.
Okay, and John got both slows off. So Zeromus is now RA2, matches Edward and Cecil. So now we're basically just trying, we're going to let the Zerker Zerk and maybe bounce a white every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I bounce the white here. It would just be more of the whole... Verdia, it's been fun all season, and I know you've been the hero, but... Yeah, okay.
Matik has the crystal, is behind like 2 or 3 minutes going into the Zeromus fight.
So, is gonna throw a couple whites, alright.
I don't mind this because between Edward and Cecil, they're only doing like 6 to 7k a round.
Yeah, I don't mind throwing in the supplemental damage here.
Yeah, and the low roll on Edward in the first Big Bang was very helpful. Like, that could have been a lot worse. Okay, that was a very long pause. I think that's a phase tip.
That looked like a face tip, yes. Outcome even more offensive spells here is just sending all of it. Again, up, there's our shake.
I'm not sure if that shake is real.
Yeah, that could be a fake shake, yes.
I don't like that Assura call. Well, unless John knows for sure that it was fake.
Yeah, if John knows for sure that it was fake, this is healing up Rydia and is sitting on a nerf here. Well, okay, is healing up Rydia.
Yeah, I guess. Actually, I think John never picked up more than like 3 Cure 3s, and so might not have any left.
Could be that too. Okay, no, Rose is back to casting here. I'm not sure what that Cure 4 was about, though.
He might not have realized it was a fake shake and was trying to, like, maybe... Okay, that shake,
real shake,
not fake. Yeah, that one's real.
And here comes the nerf.
That's face tip. We're in rocks.
Oh, yeah.
We're in rocks, but I don't know if that was nerfed. This might be...
No,
okay,
but that's
no,
rocks,
we're good,
which means, yeah, this is all over here. Cecil can take all of these and still just carry it through.
Yeah, wow. What a really solid Zeromus fight with a party where you didn't necessarily... Like, you had to play smart to make it work with this party. So, GG's to John. Wow. Meanwhile, Matik is just getting into the start of the fight.
And it is now official with a official time of 146 even. John picks up game 3 in a thoroughly entertaining match here to advance to the next round. And let's see if we're going to get him into the booth here.
Yeah, there were a lot of things to love about this about this race. The
Were there-
skill that our runners.
Were there a lot of things to love about this race?
Yes, John, there were. I don't know about you, but GG.
So John, I'm just gonna ask it first here. If you haven't talked to Matik about what was behind that gauntlet in the giant, would you like to know what was behind that gauntlet in the giant?
God, what was it?
Pain Man.
Oh my God. I mean,
Yup.
I mean, if you grind before you do it, then you got second grind.
Yeah.
Against the white mages, but that's David. David. I've invited you into my home twice now, David, and this seems a little passive aggressive. And you know, we could just talk things out like adults instead of doing this very publicly on Restream. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Let's but before we have to separate the two of you, GG's John. How do you? I guess maybe the first thing we could talk about is what made you go grindless.
The 95-minute wipe at Wyvern.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, that felt bad. Real bad.
Which is really the only one that happened here. I mean, otherwise, I'm kind of more interested in the whole you went with it and then you ran into that particular moon. Where it was just like, oh, we're just going to throw this D-Mist at you, which you're not really equipped to handle. We're going to throw Dimps in the worst possible spot for Beano free. And
Baron Guards.
And Baron Guards, yes. And at that point, I mean, is the grind just looming in your head like, oh my god, I had made a mistake?
I mean, I'm just waiting for. I just kept waiting for the dot dog. I just like, you know, for a while during, you know, because I had a lot of time to think and reflect on that Demas fight. You know, just so much time. And for a while, I was feeling pretty good about the, you know, my whole Silver Staff strats. It's an ongoing joke with Elvin and I that'll stop Berserk. But like, something like, man, Nuke would make this go a lot faster.
Oh, speaking of, while we're looking at the breakdown, yeah, this seed was kind of hard locked behind that Baron key because the Sand Ruby was out of the trash can and the Legend Sword was on the Odin throne.
Yeah, this is some hot garbage. I'm supposed to teach piano in 29 minutes, and I don't think I'm legally allowed to do that drunk. But we're gonna look up some statues when this interview's over, because that seed was there was a lot. There's a lot there, you know. I kind of went to Full for the experience without the pan, or when we had the pan already, and that felt kind of bad. But then I was glad I went underground first, because then I had the Artie bow for that back attack Val. That was a real treat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the spoon. You had the spoon much earlier than Matik did.
That's good, I guess. I needed every little piece I can get. For my own standards, I didn't execute well. I'm very relieved to be moving on. I know how good Matik is. There was I'm sure this was a fun one to watch, but running wise, I'm on that 10-minute delay. I still need to calm down a little bit.
I get you there. I mean, he says that when he does a textbook, what is agility Zeromus fight about as perfectly as you could. You live to fight another day, sir, and it was an absolute joy watching both of you. And yeah, I mean, go get yourself something there before you have to teach music in a little bit here.
I'm thinking Irish coffee, right? Because it's like it's still early-ish, and you know, to deny me my rights as an Irish American in my own home, right? I think Irish coffee is probably the. I think I got some Baileys in the fridge.
It's got Irish in the name, sure.
No, it is. But all kidding aside, GG's to Matik. Matik is like Rybon 2.0 because he's so new and he's so good. And things that have taken me, you know, a couple years to go ahead and put together, he's just put together in no time flat. So, dude's an absolute monster, wonderful runner. So GG's to him. And I know we can't do spoilers. I haven't watched the other match to see who I'm facing. But either way, it should be terrifying. And very excited to be back in the Final Four.
Yeah, congrats, John. It's been a pleasure watching your progress through this tournament. Way to go.
Appreciate it, man. All right, thanks for the early morning restream. I guess technically, Dave. Fire, thank you for tracking, and Seth and Dave, y'all always do wonderful commentary. I look forward to listening to this back, but maybe not watching, so I don't have to watch me play.
I recommend watching it back very much, though.
Okay. Come your own side, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Y'all have a absolutely wonderful day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Take care. GG's.
See you guys. Bye.
All right, so while we were talking to John, Matik finished with a 148.46. Much faster Zeromus fight because you have, the big spells. But, it was still, picked up a lot of time over the moon, but did not pick up quite enough time. We'll see if we can get Matik in for an interview.
I'm actually wondering here, while we're seeing if Matik can come in here, just how much time that CPU at K value took. Because at that point, I'm thinking, boy, that's looking a lot close to 2.5 minutes there. And if that's the point, we could have had that T word that nobody wants to, well, none of the admins want to talk about.
Yeah, that's fair. GG's Matik, welcome in. Unfortunately, you did not win today's race, but you sure put on a show for us. How about Be No Free?
Hello, thank you, appreciate it. GG's as well to John. That was pretty fun. That was extremely close. Be No Free, yeah. Actually, I really do enjoy the flag. I find it, interesting. One of the things in the flag set, first you have to remember that Be No Free is on. Luckily, I don't think I made any mistakes with that. I think every time I saw, a Dark Knight or whatever, I thought, okay, yeah, this is not a free fight. And I think that Dark Knight at the Giant 2 definitely gave me my demise the first attempt, but I managed to get through it the second attempt. And it was just more of an annoyance than the other fights. But beyond that, not too bad, at least this seed. So I actually really enjoyed it.
I would say, going back to some point earlier in the match, what is going through your mind? Because you did route, and I don't mind the route, honestly, just how it panned out for you. When you hit Young with the pan, then proceeded to hit the Fey March, grab your pass, get your Star Veil up against Bahamut, then went to Dwarf, only to then go find out that Sheila was holding all your power in an Artie bonus spoon.
Yeah, I mean, I try to avoid going back and forth too much. I knew that there was 2 checks up there to do, and then obviously the twin harp, so 3 checks on the overworld. But with the dwarf, I mean, I had only 4 characters, and I kind of wanted that 5th character, and maybe dwarf had something good. So it turned out not to work out fantastically because that dwarf, took a little bit of time. Luckily, it wasn't like too devastating, really. But yeah, that was just my main thing was like, yeah, I have 2 Sheila checks, I have a twin harp, but I'm missing a 5th character. And maybe I prioritized getting that 5th character a little too much, but my 4th character was Eddie, and at the time he was quite not good. Of course, the spoon is with Pan, so if I knew that. But so yeah, essentially I had 3 characters, and I was like, okay, I would really like another character to be in my party before I start continuing with my checks. So that was just the main reason, honestly. I did Dwarf before going Overworld and getting basically everything.
Yeah, if even that, the other joke you made a little bit was more that you guys went in there, and I'm thinking, okay, well, there won a character, but they kind of want some summons to make this Rydia actually work, and then it was like the who's who of what you either already had or don't want to use.
Yeah, that was a pretty unfortunate list of summons that we got, so it didn't really help at all. I was still using the Sylph for a bit, unfortunately, because yeah, that was another thing, is that having that Rydia with those summons potential from Dwarf Castle, especially the potential with this new version 4.6 to get Bahamut from there, Did not get that. Did not get Leviathan. Didn't really get much of anything. I can't even remember if that. I think it was a Zonk, wasn't it? That Dwarf reward. I can't even recall now. But gotta pour him out of it. Not bad, I guess. But yeah, I definitely could have gotten that later. But it was. I think it was a really close match. I'll have to take a look back and see. Basically. Kind of what the differences were, but I think the main difference is I think I was fine with my grind on Mac Giants. I think my Giant Clear was pretty good, and the only checks I had left on Blue Planet were King Fey March and Luca Cave. So I think going to Moon and clearing that was fine, at least LST rather, and what was there? There was a rat tail, I think there was a pink tail, there was a D-Mist and an earth crystal, none of which were objectives. I did save scum out to check the rat tail, which led to nothing. But I think my main issue was after LST was done, I decided to go to Cave Value and waste some time on CPU, sadly, when I had a D-Mist that I could have checked. And to be honest, I actually forgot I had that D-Mist in my back pocket.
Oh no.
So, but luckily, when after wasting time on CPU and getting like another white spear or some nonsense, that cost me 2 or 3 minutes. That in itself, I skipped Cave Value. I think it would have been very, very close, like even closer than the match result was.
So Fiery went back in the VOD and checked. You were in the CPU fight for about 4 minutes.
Yep. So that was the difference.
That was well. It's easy to say that was the difference. It very well could have been the difference. Of course, things could have swung slightly differently in other places, but that's definitely one of the, like, it could have been, Cave Bahamut could have had the reward and D-Mist could have been the Zonk, right?
Sure.
So
yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know. Although I think the better play would have been to save scum and check the D-Mist reward before attempting K value once you're all done with LST. I think that's the more optimal path. But you're right. That Baron Key could have been at K value, and it could have been, hey, So yeah, sadly that's just the way it is when it comes to these really close matches. One check or one slight change in the routing can make or break the difference. At the very least, when I went back to Blue Planet, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go check Luca. Oh wait, I have that D-Mist. Shoot, I better go check that. And luckily I did, and managed to finish it out. Like I said, I want to say GG's to John. An incredibly close race. Going into the quarterfinals, I was hoping I was not going to get blown out. This is actually my first tournament here in Free Enterprise, and I'm glad it was as close as it was. Really, really fantastic, because I did lose the first game, and I was like, well, I might get blown out here. But the second game was close, but I managed to barely squeak by, and I'm just like I said, just happy that this game was as close as it was. I hope John goes all the way to the finals and beats it all. That'd be fantastic. A really, really great player, and had an absolute blast with this tournament.
Yeah, really glad to hear that. Yeah, it's Go ahead, Nighty.
Oh, I would say, real quick, having watched all 3 of these races between you and John, there's definitely no need to worry about that. The amount of time and practice that you have put in is definitely showing through. You earned your way here, and it'll be definitely interesting seeing you in further tournaments going on here.
Oh, definitely. I look forward to it. So, but yeah, thank you so much to, obviously, all the admins for putting this together, all the volunteers that took care of the commentary and all the back-end work with the tracking, the restreaming, all of that. Obviously, none of this could have happened without all of you. And like I said, these last few months with this specific flag set and this tournament has been an absolute blast. And now I get to sit back, and I'm looking forward to future tournaments, but now I get to sit back, chill, and just relax and see who gets to the semifinals and the finals. So I'm kind of looking forward to that over the next couple of weeks as well.
Wonderful. Well, GG's again, and I think us in the Free Enterprise community are really happy that you're here and really putting a lot of effort into learning the game. John had some good words to say about you earlier, so you might want to go listen in. The comparison, I think, will be very the comparison will be apt. In a couple of years, we'll say, oh yeah, Matik has always been like this good, and it's gonna be a lot of fun seeing what you do going forward. GG's again.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. We'll have to check that out. GG's again. Take care.
All right. Well, I'm out of breath. How are you doing?
That was fun. I mean, always fun to commentate between both two very good runners and seeds that wake up and choose violence, as this one did. They get to show off.
Yeah, I think maybe the seed needed, I don't know, some coffee or something. Maybe not the Irish coffee, but just some coffee. Slightly less mean. But the other race obviously was not being restreamed, and so you can we know, well, if you go and find out, you can go find out who John will be playing in the semifinals by checking out the Discord, find out the Khadgar link, check the spoiler thread. In the meantime, we don't have a raid target for now, so go enjoy your afternoon or evening or morning or sleep time, whatever it is for you. I'm Scythe Marshall. That was a lot of fun here for Night Dew and Fiery Blizzard and Engidave. That was Free Enterprise, and we'll see you in the coming days for the semifinal matches.
Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
Take care.